Damn. Look at that.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Unpopular Reviews. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing, in my opinion, and the mark means the greatest movie of all time, of Disney's all time, in my opinion, because this is just amazing. I just watched it again tonight, and I had a great time. It is none other than the critically acclaimed Lion King. And tonight I'm being joined by none other than E Boogie and the executive consultant. So now, what did you guys think about this movie? Let's get started because oh my god! Yo, I'm so hyped. You have no idea. I was literally watching this in the train and singing out loud and all of that and saying all the lines. You know why? Because I know this movie word by word. Life's not fair. Anyway, anyway,
I'll dive in. I love this movie. Part of it is, seeing your excitement. It does that for you, for the audience. It's an exciting film. Everyone that's in it does really well. That you feel connected to these characters almost from the beginning. Especially Mufasa. Like everybody knows that voice. He's everyone's dad. It's just really, it was done really well, and it was done in a way that felt original. The animation was really outstanding. You really felt transported to the savannah. And the detail down to the horizon just felt new and different in a way that you haven't seen in other Disney movies up until that point. I'll say except Aladdin, because Aladdin did a lot of 3D elements that were interesting and a lot of layers there in the detailing. But this movie did exceptionally well with the details, particularly with the animation of each and every animal. It felt like you were in the African Sahara. It was amazing. But I love it, of course.
Chris. Adesso propria. Oh, espérate.
Lion King. This got started by being told this is the greatest movie of all time. Then you try to clean it up and say greatest Disney movie of all time.
It is the best Disney movie.
Give me a break.
What? First of all, how you got 20 years of Broadway on? You know what?
If this is the greatest Disney movie of all time, you are Lion King, because I'm telling you, it's not.
Right? First of all, Hakuna Matata, I got no worries about your uppityness, okay? Second of all, the music, all right? The music, the characters. The number one fact here is this. There are no humans in this movie. Therefore, there is absolutely nobody that people can identify with outside of personalities. You understand? Every single personality in this movie is somebody that somebody can identify with. The music is amazing. The feeling of everything is amazing. Scar is and the mark means very best villain there has ever been. From the look in the eyes and everything. What are you talking about?
I don't know who can relate to
all you're doing is trolling right now because you're the executive troll. I understand.
I don't understand.
Executive troll.
This is what
why in the world? Hey, is this my segment or what? You just totally took it over. What is going on, Scar? All right, I'm not running away.
No. You follow Rafiki. He knows the way. Come on, go ahead.
To show me a cloud, because that was going to be the big part of my rant. He showed him a cloud. Like, hey, I'll be really upset if you say my father's alive and you show me a cloud. Like, what are you doing? Like, I expected to see my father and I don't get to see him.
First of all,
the cloud was a manifestation of the spirit of Mufasa.
Now you're going to interrupt. That's
outlandish. You know exactly what it was giving. It was a manifestation of the spirit of Mufasa coming down because we needed an extra little nudge.
Let me tell you how far-fetched this movie was. Okay, so these talking animals, right, led by Simba, he lays down, and because some dust flew up in the air, it flew for miles to Rafiki, who just happened to grab it, eat a coconut. Now he knows Simba's alive.
It's the scent. Yes. It was carrying his scent.
Yes.
You said it was carrying. I smell like BS. That's what it smells like. It smells like BS. And I didn't understand. It made no sense to me. Scar was cool, except for like he was cool. His sidekicks.
What was it?
Because the sidekicks, the hyenas, kind of bothered me. Let me tell you where I was like, okay, because at first I was feeling Scar. I was like, oh, that's my man, right? Pound it. Then he's not beating up. He was attacking. No, not attacking. He was talking to. And shout out to James because I'm sure he will post that Laura Capulet scene from Romeo and Juliet. But he was talking to Simba's mom, and all of a sudden, he was like, she said, "If you were half the king that Mufasa was, I'm 10 times the king Mufasa was." And I was like, "All right, bro, I'm with you, but look at the lamb, all right." Where are you? You don't look like you're ruling anything here. How do you think that you are like that king, right? You're not that guy. You're not that guy, right? So then you slap her because you upset, and they get all scared when you think you see Mufasa. You lost that energy, but then when you saw with Simba, you thought you turned to that little boy, but you got no fighting skills. You already said it. You said at the beginning of the movie, you got no hands. So what are you thinking? What do you think was going to work here, right? I don't understand it. It made no sense to me. Musical-wise, I think it was overrated. E-Boogie and I were talking about this while we were waiting for Vic in pre-production. She disagreed with me, but that's my opinion. I don't think this movie was that good with the music. The only song I like in this movie was "Be Prepared." That was it.
First of all, no. Listen, Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata. Yes, even the little song that Timon was singing when he was selling Pumbaa as beef, as pork.
What kind of friend was
popping? That was popping. Even that was popping too. There were so many songs that were popping in this movie. This is so memorable. Let me tell you something else, man. Do you understand the fanfare that came with this movie? Do you even understand the fact that when the VHS came out at Blockbuster, you had to wait 6 weeks to rent it. When you were trying to buy the VHS or the DVD of this movie, it was impossible to find. It was the hottest commodity out there. When this movie was in the theaters, oh my God, it was impossible to get a seat. You do not understand the severity of this situation. This is bigger than Mortal Kombat. This is one of the biggest things that's ever happened. No other movie since then ever got that level of fanfare. The last thing, this movie has been playing on Broadway since I was a little boy, continuously. Nothing beats The Lion King. This
movie showed you that the meaning of friends needs to be a little deeper. They laughed at him when he was trying to tell him about something that he learned a long time ago about dead people. And they also fed him insects. I don't know about you, but a friend feeds me insects. They're not really a friend. Okay, but he did show him.
You ever tried chocolate covered crickets? They're pretty good.
They're the reason that he survived the wilderness. But continue.
Then and say thank you to these so-called friends. He says you're going to be live bait. Not really.
That was fine.
But I tell you what this movie did give us. This movie gave us a meme. What meme, you ask? What's that shadowy place over there? To this day, I still see where they say, "Oh, that's Southeast. Oh, that's the Bronx. Oh, that's Scorpio season." I still see that all the time, at least once a month.
I just realized what you're talking. That's not even the best. There's got to be another one or two.
From Lion King, that's the most famous one.
Wow, man.
Also, as a child, everybody can relate to. God willing, everybody can relate to when you disappoint your father and he's giving you that Simba.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
Cool. That was cool.
At the same time, he ain't give it to him like you should have. You should have gave the man the business, right?
Facts.
He softened up. He softened up.
But you know what though? It's a kids movie, so
he's a cub.
It's just
I don't care. He's a cub.
He's not gonna pull out.
He almost got himself killed and Nala killed, right?
No, but that's like
wants
saying,
to do that Waka Flocka.
No.
Yeah, but he taught him the lesson by teaching him, listen, I almost lost you today. And he was like, oh, okay, now I understand. So he got
rewarding bad behavior. You should have rolled around.
No, it's not about rewarding bad behavior. He understands the situation. It's not, how is he rewarding bad behavior by just...
Because he should have been like, look, mofo, you're grounded for 2 months. They don't live that long. You're grounded for 2 months. Right? No watering hole, nothing.
I don't know. How long do lions live?
16 years, I believe.
Okay.
Right. That's why he turned from a whole cub to a whole lion in the song time. Because
that's all it's popping. Like this.
It's called a montage. It's called a montage, and it was. I think it was a nice progression during that montage. I
agree.
But it was a montage of being lazy.
The montage show that showed that Nala was horny from the top of
Word up. She gave him that. She gave him like, "What's up, daddy?" Look. For real. After she licked him, she gave him that look, like, "What's popping?" Yeah, and I liked it because they humanized it so much.
That was her game plan, right? She wanted to seduce him. And that's what she did. She seduced him, saying, "So you got to come back and take your place as king, right? Because I want to be queen." That was all that was about. That's how peep you now.
So are we going to talk about the fact that they're brother and sister?
Hakuna Matata.
What? It means no word. Listen, man.
Look, if they want to be,
what a wonderful phrase.
If they want to be in Alabama. Right? If they want to be in Alabama, that's all them.
Shout out to our viewers in Alabama.
Hey, listen, one of the reasons people got to get their dogs like taken care of and spayed and neutered is because a dog won't won't realize that's a sister.
Don't you dare ascribe that to dogs. They're man's
best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like a dog. I mean, I'm just saying, like animals don't know better. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes, the time comes, and you got to separate them, or else it's gonna be a battle.
And that's what
I've had a lot of dogs, and I've had sons and fathers fight over a sister. It's bad. So I get that. In the animal world, none of that matters. Honestly, none of that matters.
I can't believe you would ascribe that to a domesticated dog. I've never seen that happen. I mean, yes, here's the thing. Leg humped.
No. Here's the thing. It's very different when you have it's very different when you have a squad of dogs and when you have one dog. One dog or two dogs, it's very, very different from having a litter. You know what I mean? We ended up with a litter, and then a few we ended up keeping because we got emotional, but we didn't think about fixing or anything like that, and then we had a problem. That's all I'm going to say about that. But back to this movie. But yeah, in the animal world, none of that matters. Oof, yes. But anyway, Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
Yes.
Y'all make it dirty. I'm mad at it now.
No, that's stuck. And mind you, here's the thing though. You could still go to Macy's and buy a shirt that says Hakuna Matata on it 20-something years later.
But
this movie has so much influence, it's insane. You know what I mean? And my favorite thing about it is the lessons that you learn. Oh, the past can hurt. But you either run from it or learn from it. That stuck with me for the rest of my life. That's why I love Rafiki.
That's a great one.
And my very, very favorite part of Rafiki is when he's fighting the hyenas and acting like Bruce Lee. Every single time, I do this. Every time.
Every time I see that scene, my mind immediately goes to The Matrix Reloaded.
Nice.
in the in the park when
Nice.
he has the thing and he's. I'm like, this is Rafiki. They ripped off this scene.
Yes.
Excellent
That is
fight
hilarious.
scene. Excellent fight scene. Although I feel like he definitely should not have gotten involved in the politics of it all. But if it wasn't for him, like, there's always like one guy
he's seen as like
he really did.
I guess he's seen like the elder, like the concierge, type of thing, like the guy that, you know what I mean? Like he marries people and does the thing with the shaking and with the baby and shows the, you know, he's the priest.
Yeah.
Guy.
Well, he got involved and on the right side, praise God.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
don't sit back and hate. Don't sit back and hate.
I guess we're all talking about our favorite songs. The only thing I got to say is be prepared, because coming up this Thursday, we're going to continue with our musical franchise. And then next Tuesday is back to Disney. Well, right here, where we're doing Disney on Tuesday. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to give you some of our final thoughts. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
In 1883, Tiny Mission College hosted its first homecoming weekend. It was distinguished by innocence, revelry, and good fellowship. Now, a century later, Mission prepares to welcome another homecoming. Wake up!
Just give me one reason why not.
You're so small, I'd probably break you in two.
School days.
Who are you?
Pocahontas.
She was the daughter of a chief.
She has her mother's spirit. She goes wherever the wind takes her.
Come down here!
And she lived a life of freedom.
No, not that way.
Pocahontas.
Yes, that song known for one movie. I mean, one movie known for one song, and that was it. That's how everybody knows the movie from.
Facts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts. You see? Pa que tú veas.
Just around the river, we need to stop it.
I'm sorry. If you take Colors of the Wind out, that movie is so forgettable, it's ridiculous. But we're going to review it here next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Back with a full house. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Unpopular Review, Movie Edition, Entertainment Edition, UPRE, Executive Consultant up there, E-Boogie, as well as Rafiki. And we are reviewing The Lion King. Please make sure that you like, love, and subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel, UPRE. Let's go into it. Final thoughts. Vic, we're going to start off with you. Your final thoughts with you there. It's not like you already said it, but let's go ahead and say it again. Final thoughts.
Okay.
Vic.
All right.
Lion
No,
King.
I mean, listen. Like listen.
Listening.
This movie is so influential. My fiance and I saw this movie as one of our first dates in the house.
Aww.
The violinist, we're hiring a violinist to play Can You Feel the Love Tonight at our wedding. Okay, I'm gonna just say that because we love this movie so much. I've seen The Lion King several times, right? The reason why I love this movie so much is because, like I said before, there are no humans in this movie, right?
I am Groot.
And I am Groot, right? Now, I didn't like the fact that there was a lot of trees when Scar was king, that there's a lot of trees that died and all of that. I didn't like that. That was annoying to me. But everything the light touches is our kingdom. When we die, our bodies become the grass and the antelope eat the grass, and we are all connected in the great circle of life. Now, that's a very simplistic way of putting it. However, it's very true. You know what I mean? Like, you die, you're buried, you make some great grass. So there's just a lot of things in this movie. I'm a very big fan of nature. I'm a fan of this story. I'm a fan of the villain. I'm a fan of even the hyenas. Whoopi Goldberg was beautiful in this movie. Mufasa, I just hear that name and I shudder. Do it again. I love that. Everything, the jokes, Timon, hilarious. Pumbaa, hilarious. Like it was just, this movie is a great, great time. I didn't even watch the movie today. You know what I did? I had it playing on my phone, listening on my earphone, and I was repeating every single word. and it was still a great time. I was getting goosebumps when I heard some of the songs. I've got the lovely bunch of coconuts, beady beady, where they are, stand doing the thump 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 thump. This was I'd never have to do this to Mufasa. You know, all of that. It's great, amazing, 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 amazing. I want to watch this again. I understand that at this moment I look very immature, but I don't care. You know why? Because this movie is a great time. And it will always be a great time. And I cannot wait for 30 years from now for my children or maybe my grandchildren. And I'm going to show them this movie. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to figure out a way to get a VHS in 2050. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I dragged it out. I did it, James. Hi, James. So you guys, go ahead.
I'll dive in. I'm going to assume that's a thumbs up from.
Oh yeah, of course. Come on now. Yes.
Major thumbs up.
Major. That is the biggest thumbs up you're ever going to get for any movie ever.
Wow. That's such a high bar.
Yes.
I'd like to say that I definitely feel Vic. Part of it is the nostalgia of seeing it again after so many years, but even with that, I remember the excitement and anxiety and hope and all of those feelings whirlwind of feelings I went through watching it for the first time. While the live action one, to me, didn't quite measure up in certain ways, particularly with pacing. Like the initial one, the one we watched this time, this movie is what got me excited for Beyonce. No, this movie is what got me excited for the live action one. And of course I watched it again after I watched the live action one. It's just a very well done movie. It makes the best use of the time it has. It doesn't feel long. But it feels like so much happens because it's that same old hero's journey type of fairy tale, but it's just done extremely well. I love the incorporations of Swahili in the movie, in the names. There were parts that, you know, as an adult, you watch and you're like, wait a minute, Simba and Nala are brother and sister, and Scar's probably Nala's uncle. And there's just parts that, as an adult, you're like, it doesn't help to suspend your belief.
Wait a minute, don't they got different mothers?
It don't matter.
Facts.
It don't. I mean, I guess for humans it does. I guess for humans it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
well,
lions.
Let's give them their props. I will say this. They did honor well, I don't know, but they tried to stay true to kind of how those lion, well, I don't forget I don't know what the family of lions are like, what the packs are like, which I thought was good too. They just did such an excellent job. The casting was great. Anything that puts a Disney check in Jason Weaver's pocket from that point until today, 2021, gets a thumbs up from me because he is a extremely talented person. I do also like Matthew Broderick. Shouts out to Sarah Jessica Parker, but this was excellently casted. James Earl Jones, like we had some real stars in this movie. It was excellent. And I just can't wait to be king. That song, the visuals with that song, so colorful. Oh my gosh, it was just excellent. So thumbs up from me.
2 thumbs up. What's the executive sculptor going to say? I got some words to say. I know that your powers of retention are as wet as a warhog's backside, but thick as you are.
Pay attention.
My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expression. The lights are not all on the upstairs, but we're talking kings and successions. Even you can be caught unawares. This is
So
one of the
prepare for
greatest
the chance of a lifetime.
villain songs in Disney history. I only have one that's better in it. We'll talk more about that in the next couple of weeks. But I always loved singing this song in the shower because that is the perfect song to sing in the shower because you cannot go outside around these mofos and stink. So you got to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? But I have a few memes I want to show. Here's one. Look, Simba, everything the light touches is Florida. What about that shadowy place? That is Kissimmee. You must never go there. If you live in Orlando, you know what it is. Got another one for you. Look, Simba, everything the light touches is Marvel. What about that shadowy place? That's DC. You must never go there. I don't like that because DC's better than Marvel.
I told my girl that about Staten Island.
Look, Simba, everything the light touches is Tumblr, but what about that shadowy place? That's the dark side. You must never go there. What's this one? Look, Simba, everything light touches is New York State, but what about that shadowy place? That's Long Island. You must never go there, Simba. And everything the light touches has been eradicated from deadly diseases. What about that shadowy place? That's the home to the anti-vaxxers. You must never go there, Simba. That's a little political joke for you. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as this movie is concerned, get some thumbs up for me. One of my favorite Disney movies. Shout out to that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching us here at UPRE Lion King. We'll be back on Thursday with School Days. James's pick. Can't wait for that one. We'll see you then. So for E-Boogie, for Rafiki, I'm the executive consultant. Have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this, and enjoy it. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing grade.